Hello, hello.
Hello, Irina. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm fine, and I'm here, and I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you, Irina. I was looking forward to this live. I wanted to know all about what you're going to share with us. Uh, for all of you that are listening, just send us a comment to make sure that everything is okay, that you're listening just fine. Uh, and we will be starting soon. Always, just give us one moment to share to my page and also to make sure that the sound and everything is okay. So please do let us know. How are you doing, my friends? Send us your messages.
Send us
Send
your
us
likes.
and your likes.
Yeah.
You're
Or
right, Irina.
hearts, yeah. I see the some come, yeah.
So just checking now that it's on. Oh, it is on my page. Yes.
It's on my profile also.
Okay. Ready to start, Irina?
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay. Welcome again. Glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about you and what do you do?
So, what I'm doing, I help people to make, keep, and have more money. And I do it through sacred money archetypes. So, why sacred money archetypes? Because they really help to understand what is relationships is with money, and also really help to understand who you are as a person with money, and helps understand where is your genius zone, where is your mistakes, and what you need to focus on really to get the best what you can in your life for the money, to making them, keeping them, and having them more. And
Can you
doing,
repeat that last part?
sorry?
Can you repeat that last part?
The last part, so they start to understand genius zone, they start to understand where is the troubles, problems, yeah, and what they need really to do to grow their money, to have them and keep them. Because we know, you can earn a lot of money and still have no money. You can have not enough money, but you still can have a possibility to keep money. So it's really very personal how the people behave. And archetypes help us really to understand what's going on inside ourselves. Because sometimes people really don't see these things, but through the archetypes, it's make very clear and easy to understand what is going on really.
So important work that you are doing here. So it's not only understanding about our money archetypes, but also understanding about ourselves more. And I had the pleasure to be in one of your workshops, and I was very impressed by how detailed and how accurate the archetypes are, and how much they can help us to understand, first of all, what type of archetype we are, and then where, in which point we are, because you're going to explain, of course, better later on, in which stage we are. So it also gives us a way to know where to focus on in order to improve our money situation, because there are, as you said, there are different levels of where you can be according to your archetype.
Yeah.
So
If we speak, really, total is 8 archetypes. I can show you a bit. Some of them are like that, yeah. And each person have one main archetype plus 2 helping archetypes. That means that together they make a unique blend of who you are really. And sometimes these archetypes develop in different levels. What this means, they can play on their bad side, really, and the person will have a lot of troubles with the money and hard to maybe not earning enough, or maybe really some problems with debt. It can be more developed, so to say, when they go to the more bright side of the archetype, and this is the person who start to earn money and be more self-esteem and more to realize their mission, and they can be really in the high potential, where it's bring us to the real abundance and richness in their life. And each person, you can imagine, we have three of them. They can be, each of them can be somewhere, somewhere. Plus, they between each other can be friends, or they can fight and conflict with each other. And that means that creates a lot of inside different problems and conflicts inside and with another people, of course. Yeah. And what is very important, that the more person successful, the more each archetype is developed and more to the higher potential. And opposite, of course. When we understand what is archetype is main and to another one, and where on the level each of them is, and we see, is it in conflict or it is in the friendship. Usually if it is not developed archetypes, they always in conflicts with each other. Yet if they are more developed, they start to a bit value and respect each other. And from that we can clearly see what's going on with the person and where is these points what really need to fix, because when the people go through the archetypes, like you told, you start really clearly understand what's going on. The same people come to me and they tell, I was asking myself for the years these questions, I cannot to understand. Finally, I got the answers. Well, this is how it's going on when you really go deep and understand how works the archetypes in your life. And then you can see it everywhere in your behavior, how you do shoppings, how you behave with the money, how you behave with your family and with your spouse and with your kids, and what happened with your work, for example. Yeah, all these areas, it is connected with the money. It's clear. Yeah, because I usually tell, like my teachers tell, that how you do money, you do everything. Very connected. So when we start to solve the problems with what's going on inside us with archetypes and with money, and other areas of the lives start to become better. For example, I have my clients who come to the Sacred Money Archetype program. We usually have quite long one, 3-6 months, and they meet their spouse, for example. They get married, or they understand, in my family is boundaries is really weak, and they start to work on the boundaries and change a lot inside the families. So that's really the tool who help you deep understand yourself, and that is really good stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing actually, because it's not about money. It also shows you why and how you behave in your daily life, how you interact with your relationships, in your business, and then you start understanding so many things. Oh, why do I do this? Or why do I keep failing in doing this? And then you understand your own behavior as well. And eventually you start understanding the behavior of other people as well. And then it can also help you to, maybe have better communication, make better deals, improve your relationship. So it's not only about money here. We are going, that is why it's also, I love so much about what you do, because it's not only about money, it's also about discovering ourselves. And the name of the retreat is Self-Discovery and Transformation. So it suits perfect to what we want to do. Just a small reminder to all of those who are hearing us. This is a short preview of what we are going to do in the workshop with Irina in the self-discovery and transformation. Irina is going to share her wisdom, and she's going to go deep into the archetype. Also improve your financial situation. So it's two things together, two very important things: self-discovery and how to improve your financial situation. So Irina, would you care to share to us a little bit of what kind of results do people get when they work with you or when they come to your workshops? What kind of results do you have? If you may, if you can please, if you can talk a little bit slower, because we have a lot of Greek speakers, and maybe some of them are not speaking so good English. So I would love to help them also to understand a little bit better as well.
Okay, so first what I want to tell, maybe you're wondering how to at all figure out what is your archetype is. So I have the special 64 precise question test who help really nail down who you are. And this test is really open up who you are and what is your two archetypes is. And before we go to the retreat, everyone need to take a test, and I put now the test. Is okay to put the link for the test is here, so you can go through and figure out your archetype. So that is important thing, because there are no mistakes. If you clearly follow the test and you take note what you would like to have in your life, or what it will be nice, or how it will be right, but you will answer from the point where you are now and what was before, then it will be a very precise test. First one. Second one, like you was telling me, that is very important what test archetypes also help. It's help to understand your people who is nearby you, your husband, your kids. When I running this lecture, and you have been on it, one of the girls tell, I recognize it is my husband. Now I understand why he behaves like that. When you understand these things, it's really help to understand second person, to respect their values, yeah, and speak in their language instead of the trying to speak on your own, and don't be hurt. That's as important things. Second one, about if we speak about results, it helps first, of course, to go through your own self-sabotage. Because when you do the same mistake over and over again, don't understanding what you're really doing and why, you end up to self-sabotage, or don't want to doing anything because you have no already belief that can change something, and you also can transform your negative beliefs or beliefs who keep you stuck, so to say. Through the archetypes, you clearly can see these beliefs, and from archetypes you also can see clearly what you need to have instead of this belief. So it's also help to do the belief works. What we know, what we believe, it is what we have in our life. So it's really important, this thing. Some clients with who I was working, they get out of the debts, for example, yeah, because before they was getting in this, they get out of the debt, they get into the debt, and that is going all the time. So finally get out of the debts. People who, for example, have more how in character, yeah, they more going to results, they more want to work to their goals, they never happy with the results, they want them more and more, and it is ruler, one of the archetypes. They start to take care about themselves more. Why it is important? Because rulers, for example, have a tendency to go to the illness, so they manage themselves very often to work out so hard, so they get to the health problems. And people, when they start to understand that it is not the way where need to go, they start to take themselves out more, take to spa, to travel, to see the life. I have a client who was this woman who want to achieve a lot, and she with full speed, but she not happy, and she is tired and no energy. And when we start to work with her and figure out that's who as archetype she is ruler, for example, and we start to implement these things, taking care about yourself. Now, what few weeks ago she visited me, she have been here in my house at retreat what I was running, and it's a happy, smiling woman, full with energy, completely different person. So it's also might help with the health if you have tendency to don't think about it very much. Another girl, my client also, she was celebrity, and celebrity as archetype, it's who love to show up as a celebrity. Yeah, I am good, I am beautiful, and she have a habit to give tips, money every day. And when we count the amount what she was giving, it was significant, few €100 per month. So, and then she started to work on her celebrity, so, and it's helped her to get less this money to giving just away, to something to her. What I was having, she was just started, and she for the first month get 1.5 times more income using just her genius zone, nothing more. She don't add anything, she don't do anything, just using her genius zone. When she understands that's what she needs to do, and that's very important, because sometimes we're trying to do everything, yeah, and it doesn't work very well. Another girl I was having, she wanted to create her business, but no one was really supporting her. They told her, why you need it? It's everything good. Don't take care. But what she have, when you have something in your mission, and when we look in her archetypes will tell clearly she is going to have a business, because this is this type of the person. And then she started to believe in herself and start her own business. So even if no one was telling to go for that, so that's really helped her to see her mission and trust yourself.
Wow, that is amazing, Irina. So one thing that I really like is that some of these things that you are teaching, you don't need to do much in a way, because once you understand that I am this type and this is why I'm doing this is why I'm behaving like this, then it's like everything changes in your mind, and then your whole behavior will change just by understanding, just by saying, oh, now I know. So because I know, because we know and we understand, it's easy to go in our daily lives and start doing some things differently, sometimes without even making too much effort, or without thinking about it too much. Because it's like you want to learn to use something. It's like you give, you remind me, I will give a good example now. It's like I gave my father, he's 60 years old, and I gave him for first time the computer, and he was confused. He didn't know how to use it, and he was saying, oh, I don't know. And you go and you start using it, but you feel a little bit fearful. You are confused. Then as soon as you know, oh, okay, as soon as he learned how to use it, then it's so easy to start using it and start doing all kinds of things. So the understanding is so important sometimes that's of course, I understand that if you want to do even more and have amazing results, then you need to do some extra work, obviously. But just the understanding can give us so much. And a very good, I think the biggest value we can give today to our listeners, our viewers, is the test. So you go to the website, do your test. The website is below in the live feed, and you can go there. You can take the test, and you can find your archetype. And once you find your archetype, even by finding your archetype and seeing a short description from Irina of what is your archetype and what kind of behaviors or what kind of behaviors you have, then even that can help you so much. But that is just the beginning. So I would love for you to join us in the retreat to find out more, to do like we're going to have a full workshop with Irina. And you're not only going to find your archetype, you'll also find in which level you are and exactly where you need to focus on to start improving your financial situation. But not only, as Irina told us, it's also about self-discovery, understanding yourself more. And also, and I think this is like the cherry on the pie, as we say, you are also going to find about the other archetypes. So you can also understand your family, your partner, and your business partners or your colleagues. And then that can help you in all levels of life to start understanding more of why people behave the way they behave, and then how you can communicate with them better to get better results, let's say. So go and take the test, and I would love for you to share with us some comments or send us any questions you have about what you find out when you take the test. And this was just a very small taste of what you will get when you come to the retreat, or if you work with Irina and find out more about yourself and your money archetypes. Irina, is there something final you would like to say about maybe the retreat or the work you do just before we slowly finish up?
No, first I want to tell, I expect the retreat will be really, really very good. So I suggest everyone to go. I also go there, and I really excited to be in the retreat because I'm sure it will be amazing community of the people. It will be amazing self-discovery. It will be hopefully amazing weather, and it is very energy clear space, what is also important. So it is really the opportunity to take yourself out before all holidays and before all business with the celebrations of New Year. So get this room of the breath, get new friends, and get new something for yourself what you can go forward for the new year, because it's so important. Everyone want to start new year something nice, and that means here is the really good possibility to do it and get out with a great results. And about sacred archetypes, I can tell that it's really help you when you learn about them, who you are. It's really will change your life, because you start, like Lambros was telling, you start to understand what is behind of your behavior, and you start to, if you don't want it anymore, you just will see it and you tell yourself, oh, this is, I don't want anymore to do, and it's really helpful. So knowing your archetypes, it's really help you to understand yourself more and change also your life.
I'm excited that you are going to join us. I remember after I finished your workshop, I was eager to come and talk to you because I knew that to have you with us in the retreat would make the retreat even better, and it's something I feel that we were missing, and we can help a lot more people with the money archetypes. And it's also going to be a nice blend with the self-discovery, the 2 self-discovery sessions that I'm going to do. So it's, I think it's blending well together, and we're going to have a few hours to really understand ourselves and other people and how we can take our life to the next level, how we can have more freedom, not only financially, but in all areas in our life. And I'm excited that the retreat is coming in the next 2 weeks. We're going to have the whole hotel for us, guys. So it will be only positive energy. We're going to have a lot of activities as well, and other interesting workshops, understanding a little bit more about our body, talking a little bit about relationships, and also doing some yoga or some nature walks. So we have many exciting things, and also it's an opportunity to take some fresh air up in the mountains and refresh ourselves. Sorry, and also relax. So a blend of many nice things. Irina, thank you so much for your time. I will also remind our viewers one last time. We're going to also post the link so they can go in your website. They can take the test. They can find out about their archetype. I think this is the biggest value that we can give today through this Facebook Live. And then if you want to go deeper, you can come to the retreat to join us and learn this and so many other exciting and interesting things. Irina, thank you for your time. I'm looking forward
for
to
your
see
time
you.
too, and for invitation.
It was great. So see you guys soon. See you in a couple of weeks in Troodos Mountains.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye. See you.